What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're taking a look at this package right here. I believe this one comes in via the Lefty EDC knife pass around. Shout out to Kevin, aka Lefty. This particular one is coming from Work Knife Balance. Also check out his channel as well. And we're gonna do a quick unboxing, first reaction style video. I tell you the truth, I really don't know what knife is in here, but we're about to find out together, even though you may already have a hint based on the title and thumbnail. Doing the honors today, we have the Kizer Justice. This is a large EDC knife right here. Really good from Kizer. I just unboxed this one not that long ago. You got the thumb stud deployment, flipper deployment going on this one, which feels really good. You can reverse flick it as well. It is a liner lock and it has N690 steel. So this knife, of course, will be linked down below in the description, as well as any other knife that you see in this video, including the one here in the box, so you can check it out. Prices, availability, and everything else like that. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. With that in mind, let's go ahead and open this thing. I'm about to find out what the password is for this thing, because yeah, I see that it has a little bit of a different type of box here, so I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to open it. All right, here we go. Was that the best way, or did I just mess up the whole box? I think I might have, right? Might have to make this a brand new box as it goes out to my next peer. But we are inside. Let's go ahead and close the Justice out of the way for now. And this one is nice and tightly packaged, right? I'll tell you that. So got some bubble wrap going on this one, and here we go. Looks like one knife in here, right? Coming in a match drop pouch. All right, let's check it out here, shall we? Let's make some room so the camera can focus real good. And opening up the zipper pouch. All right, check it out. We got two. All right, we are in for a treat, you guys. Let's go ahead and check out the next knife in this pouch here. And man, oh man, check this one out. About time that I got my hands on the Vosteed Dachshund. About time. I've been really eyeing this knife here for quite some time. I think it is a gorgeous looking knife, and it's finally in the hand. They do offer it in two different finishes. They have the bead blasted titanium, and they have this sort of blacked out, murdered out version, washed titanium, black titanium version as well. So yeah, premium folder here indeed. It is a crossbar lock with thumb studs and also a front flipper, okay? N390 on the blade. And if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get this thing open here, shall we? Well, bam, just like that. Just like that. Holy smokes. Okay, so check out that blade right there. Some people might call it a reverse tanto. I say none of that nonsense. I call it a sheep's foot, right, in my book. But you can call it whatever you want, or we can get the blade police out here, right, after they go after they're done going after a metal complex. But yeah, check out the action right here with the crossbar, or as you would expect right here. Okay, this one requires just a little bit more tossing, I'm realizing. Okay, maybe it hasn't been fully broken in yet, perhaps. Action as good as you would expect. So the crossbar action is good. Thumb deployment, bam, right? That crossbar works as a detent. And let's check that reverse flick. Oh, that feels good too. You want to use the meat of your finger, bam, and deploy it that way. Rock solid. That's 4 deployments, 3 deployments so far. Here's the 4th one. Front flipper. All right, let's, bam. That is a good rock solid deployment right there. I like that it is nice and jimped, right? Got a good amount of jimping all the way from the very tip all the way to where the thumb studs are, right? That gives you enough grip to be able to get it open, right? Again, the crossbar working as a detent. It might feel a little bit weak depending on your detent preferences, right? It's a little bit lighter than, you know, it would if it was an actual detent, but it also helps with the front flipper, so it's not like impossible to do it. It's actually a very doable front flipper, right? You could almost do it without even trying. You could get it to deploy. So very good action right there. Let's see, rock solid, no side to side, no up and down. And man, I love this blade geometry. Again, M390 on the steel, flat grind going on here, right? A little bit of a swedge up here, a little bit of swedge towards the front as well for that personality. Check that thing out. It looks so mean. Looks really good. And yeah, I bet this thing is going to be a slicer. We're going to be doing a cutting test here in just a moment. Ergonomically speaking, it feels good in the hand. Has sort of like this section right here. So your index and middle finger are going to fall right there. And then your ring and pinky are going to follow suit. And you're nice and locked in right there. There's your hammer grip. And you still have plenty of handle going on there, right? When I say you could forward choke if you wanted to, right? You still are distant from the tip of the corner of the blade right there, right? Punch grind is about that much. So you can get some good sharpness out of this guy without getting a smile until much, much later on. And yeah, as far as billboarding, all you have is Vosteed on one side, M390 on the other, and you know what you got because, you know, there's not much else in the billboarding department. Like the fact that the pocket clip is nice and milled titanium as well. Reversible, right? Has a little filler tab on the show side, which is good attention to detail right there. And yeah, other than that, we have standoff construction, so open construction going on. That titanium is going to be milled for weight reduction. And yeah, this thing feels good in the hand. I'll tell you, ergonomically speaking, pocket clip feels good, right? Again, these are just some first impressions, you guys. So you just saw me take it out of the pouch, right? And I'm just sharing my first impressions with you guys so far. Really digging it, right? I can see that tip being very, very useful for my utility cuts, my draw cuts. And you know me, I love a good sheep's foot. I love a good Wharncliffe blade. Speaking of Wharncliffe blades, right? Here's one of my all-time favorite Vosteed models, and that is the RSKAOS. So love, love, love that one. I want to say maybe the cutting edge is about the same length almost, but you have a little bit of a longer handle on the RSKAOS. All right, check that out. And you know, they have very pronounced finger choil going on the RSKAOS. Also M390, also titanium. So if you really kind of picture it, you know, you can obviously see other Dachshund reviews or unboxings here on YouTube, but the version with the bead blasted titanium is going to look something like that. Obviously with a satin finish M390 blade. Obviously this is the blacked out version with the sort of the goldish accented thumb studs, if you would, and goldish back spacers for a little bit of contrast. Check that out. And yeah, it's just going to come in a little bit shorter than the RSKAOS, right, which might be a good thing depending on your knife taste. There is your Kizer Justice that we use to unbox this knife, right? That's going to be a much larger knife indeed, overall length. Let's do some other smaller Vosteed knives. Here's the Vosteed Corgi Pup, right? That's going to be a little bit shorter. Check out the Vosteed Chipmunk. Both of these, by the way, make a great fifth pocket EDC knife. Also very, very fidgety as well in their own right, with so many different deployment options. Check out the unboxing for these two. Review on them is coming up if it isn't already posted in the channel by the time you're watching this video. But really love the Corgi Pup and the Chipmunk. Okay, and let's do some of the other ones. The typical one, which includes a Vosteed Raccoon. That's definitely a very highly recommendable budget knife from Vosteed and one of my all-time favorites, right? Here's a CJRB Pyrite, another highly recommendable button lock to come out last year. And as you can see, the Dachshund is more so just a tad bit bigger than the Raccoon, obviously bigger than the Pyrite. Here's some a little bit larger knives, the Civivi Sentinel Strike and the Civivi Vision FG. All right, take a look there, a little bit bigger, the Civivi FG than the Dachshund. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Shark Cub. All right, both of them are going to be a little bit smaller than the Dachshund. And again, if you know me, right, you can see how a sheep's foot, in this case Demko calls it the shark's foot blade, but you know, same geometry style of knife. That is definitely my alley right there. And last but not least, there is the Spyderco PM2 and the Para 3, right? So a little bit bigger than the Para 3, but shorter than the PM2. So if there was a PM 2.5, that would be the Dachshund length right there. But yeah, more comparable actually. Yeah, more comparable than the Para 3, although it's just a tad bit bigger. But again, the idea here is just to give you a ballpark. So if you own any of these knives, you now have more or less an idea where this guy lands. Again, the action on this thing is solid, really good. I noticed that using the crossbar lock, you want to kind of keep it disengaged until the blade drops about 85% of the way. so you avoid, you know, it kind of stopping somewhere along the path. But yeah, once you kind of figure that out, and all that takes is carrying the knife for literally 30 seconds, you're good to go. Thumb deployment, good. Reverse, good. Flipper, good. And that's a good length, right? I feel like it's not too big, not too small, just the right size. This thing looks very attractive, very sexy looking. Definitely my kind of knife right here. Also love what they've done with the handle. Nice little sort of like straight section, but like a swedge or kind of a drop on each side, right? This whole part right here where you have a little indentation section for both two fingers. That's pretty unique too. So yeah, overall, I'm digging this knife. Again, this is just a quick unboxing and first impressions video. Let's do our mandatory scientific cutting test. And we're gonna cut some paper and some cardboard. But yeah, cutting paper, of course, is a no-brainer with this knife. Check out them swirls right there. So you can really cut really effortless. Wow, this one is holding a pretty savage edge. And keep in mind, this is not a brand new knife by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, it has already seen some use from Lefty's knife pass around. But man, this thing is sharp. All right, lastly, some cardboard. I got some everyday wipes box here, single wall, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do some cuts here. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle. And it's gonna look something like this. All right, I sunk the corner right there, so let me forward choke. Yeah, I feel really good. I'm gonna do it a little bit slower. Yeah, that just glides through the cardboard, and you have a pretty lengthy, almost a 3-inch cutting path right there. So there we go. Make sure I get a good grip. Yeah, just effortless. Overall, just really, really effortless. So you guys rate in the comment how much of an edge has this one retained, right? Given it's not brand new out of the box, how much of an edge has it retained? Of course, 10 being the highest, right? Let me know in the comments. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the Vosteed Dachshund, right? I'll be linking this one below. Can't guarantee availability, but I'll try to link as many places as it possibly be available, as many dealers as possible, starting with Vosteed themselves, of course. Check variants, check different styles, see which one you like the most. There are times where Vosteed is running different sales as well, so you might pick it up during a sale. I try my best to keep you guys posted on Vosteed sales when they do take place via the community tab here on the channel. So if you want to stay up to speed with that, definitely a subscription to the channel will be appreciated. I promise you'll be worth coming back for more. Smash that like button if you haven't already. It is free and it does help this video reach a larger audience. That being said, guys, if you made it to the very end, you are the real MVP. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for making it all the way to the end here with me. I got 2 videos for you guys to check out next. You can either check out the unboxing of the Vosteed Raccoon, this one with the Nitro V and aluminum handles, or you can check out the unboxing on the RSKAOS, right? The chaos right here. I'll put a card for both of these here on screen for you, so you can choose either or, guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me until the end. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.